All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome. We won't be on too long, but go ahead and drop a 1 in the chat if you're tuning in live, or you can just go ahead and type live in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me okay. Not sure if y'all can hear me okay. Let me know how the audio is on y'all end. Let's see if we get the chat launched. All right, there we go. Fantastic, man. Glad y'all can hear me. We still testing out the new mic, so hopefully the audio is clear. Good to see y'all. Okay, got everybody rocking. We live. Big shout out to my cousin, man, Yusef Willoughby. We live, baby. We live. Good to see y'all. All right, so let's go ahead and rap about it. And while we're doing this, if y'all have any questions about anything that I'm talking about here, go ahead and put those questions in the chat, and we will answer those questions. Y'all give a shout out to Chef Flo Foster too, man. I've been knowing Chef Flo Foster for years, and I tell you, man, that guy has really become not just a product of the product, but a product of the personal development that comes from this industry. And to see that young man lose, I don't know how much weight he done lost, but he went on a walking challenge, a fitness challenge. He went through some serious, life changes with the loss of his father, which our heart still goes out to he and his family. I think it was a little over a year ago, maybe, but it just feels like it's more recent than that. I know it was almost 2 years ago, maybe, but I know it just feels so recent because we're all so close. Yusef and Keith and Chef and myself and even Miss Angela as well. But he's just such a strong man, such a solid dude, just great husband, father, son, all of that good jazz. And my boy just looks incredible, man. My boy looks phenomenal, man. He done switched up the glasses on him, switched up the hairstyle on my boy. My boy over there looking like a whole model. I said, man, who's this cat? That's Chef Flo. And that just let y'all know, man, that's no overnight stuff. That's just hard work, hard work and dedication, man. Hard work and dedication. Give a shout out to Yusef Willoughby as well. My cousin forever. Who else we got on here? Big Stu Large, of course, Coach Callie Noble. One of the most, what more can I say? What more can I say about Coach, man? She's fantastic. Elizabeth Harper, Platinum, I think, soon to be Diamond. Elizabeth Harper. Rocking. I know. No, yeah, Chef Flo cupcakes, he can't even put them in the mail. He got to deliver those. He makes some amazing cupcakes. He really do. He's an incredible chef too. All right. I was just getting some notes down right quick because I didn't want to leave anything out for anybody. Give me a second. We'll give about another 30 seconds to hop on the call. Coach Marcus Jones, my fellow Go Designer Diamond. And real quick, I want to welcome in advance our most recent Go Designer Diamond, the one and only Ed Banks. I don't know if Ed is on here. Ed been sponsoring people all month, if y'all haven't noticed. I don't know if Ed is on here, but I'm congratulating Ed on being our most recent Go Designer Diamond. Been an incredible leader. I've got a chance to get to know Ed over the last month or two, and just to accomplish what he and his team have accomplished in the last 6 to 8 weeks, man, it's something special to watch. It's something special to watch. I got to tell you, he's a builder of integrity. We've been in the same circles in life for a long time, but we never had a chance to work together. And he's here because of Coach Marcus Jones. I'm gonna just tell you right now, he's here because of the integrity of Coach Marcus Jones. There he is, our fellow Diamond Ambassador Ed Banks. Salute to a real G. Okay, Melissa Brower as well, another one of our Diamond Ambassadors here at Go Design. We got all the diamonds on tonight. Melissa and Ed, myself, Coach Marcus. Yeah, we out here. Yeah, Ed doing it, y'all. And so for everybody who's going to be in Atlanta, we just got a whole lot more exciting stuff to talk about and coach on there. If you're not going to be in Atlanta in person, my heart goes out to you. I was just on the phone with Coach Sonic Jones out of ATL, our most recent platinum at Go Desana, Coach Sonic, soon to be diamond as well. And we were just talking about some of the surprises we have in store for everybody in Atlanta, especially the diamond. So y'all need to be there or be square. If you're not going to be there in person, it's okay. But do your best to be there online, because the online training, as always, is super impactful. And also, just in the last 2 months, I just want to let y'all know that Ed, Marcus, myself, Melissa, Coach Steph, I'm trying to think, Isaac Williams as well. We got at least half a dozen diamonds that have all, showed up at Go Desana organically, which is incredible. Some of us took a few months, some of us took a day, some took a few weeks. The bottom line is the bar is set very, very high. Anybody can do it. You don't have to bring a big team over. You just got to come and put the work in to become successful. So I'm pretty sure all 6 diamonds and any future diamonds will all be in Atlanta next month. So be there, be square. If you can't be there in person, be there online, because it's going to be phenomenal. Even if you're online, it's a great resource for you to get that information, process it, and then bring it to your team. For example, we have Mark Miles from Australia on right now. And Miranda just asked, attending online? Yes, attending online gets you access to the replay. Yep, as many times as you want. Yes, for anybody who's attended our events in the past, you know that the replay for our last event that we did in Denver is still getting plays today. And like, for example, Mark Miles is in Australia. He's one of the top builders in network marketing and top trainers really in the industry. And let's say, for example, when Mark gets information from a training, Mark gets a chance to take that information, learn it, repackage it, and then present it to his team in an order that he sees fit. So a lot of you can take a page out of he and others' playbooks, but you do need to stay plugged in, and you need to get the information. Even if your team isn't there, you need to be attending virtually or online to get the information and give it to them, because it only takes one person to explode your organization. It only and I just want to give you some true stories about that. With Go Desana, as y'all know, at the diamond level, like several of us are now, there is a 50% check match on the matrix of your personal sponsored reps as a diamond. And if you sponsor a Coach Marcus, so let's say you sponsor Ed Banks and Ed goes diamond. Let's say Ed goes on to make not just $100,000, but $1 million in network marketing, which is something Ed's done over his career. And I'm sure he'll do it again here at Go Desana, as several of us will. And some of you who are just getting started will probably do the same thing if you just follow the blueprint. And let's say, for example, Coach Marcus sponsors Ed, and they're both diamonds, and Ed becomes $1 million earner over time. This is not $1 million overnight. Let's not be crazy. And Coach Marcus would make somewhere around $500,000 in check match alone at the diamond level. Well, Will, what if we're not diamond? What if we're platinum? I'm going to tell you, platinum's no less impressive because it's so much easier to do. Let's say, for example, you're a platinum and you sponsor me, and I go diamond and I make $1 million in Go Desana commissions, which I will. Even as a platinum, you would make $250,000. You'd make $250,000 just from me, and I'm just one person. So sometimes you don't have to have a team of 1 billion people. Sometimes you can sponsor the right person, honestly. And that is the value of being at a company where there is still so much market share left to be captured. There are some states in the United States that has literally no reps at all. I'm going to just tell you, under Go Desana umbrella, I'm going to just tell you, that's why we've been so busy. We've been identifying this last week or two, there are states like Nebraska and Oklahoma and North Dakota, South Dakota, and Montana. There are states where you can go to the Facebook groups and join the groups of anybody in that state doing anything you want to do, and you can reach out to them about this opportunity and be like, I've never heard of Go Desana, a company that has 6 organic diamonds in the last 8 weeks. That's crazy. They've never even heard of us. So you don't have to be in let's say, for example, Rhode Island or New York or Delaware, you don't have to be in Rhode Island to be the first rep in Rhode Island. You could sponsor the first rep in Rhode Island. You see what I'm saying? Hawaii, for example. So that's how that works. All right? That's how that works. Michelle, one of my law enforcement sisters right there, says she's ready to go. She's sitting in the cruiser. All right. So let me dive into it. I promise not to keep you along too long, but I wanted to congratulate Coach Sonic Jones as well, Ed Banks, and several others are tearing it up. Elizabeth Harper, several others are tearing it up. So let's look at, when we look at the pay plan, I'm just taking these quick notes right quick because I don't want to leave anything out. Matrix. Got the new overrides. All right, so we'll just talk about these 6 pieces, but this isn't all there is. So you know that we have a fast start bonus at Go to Sign Up, which is where you get 25% of everybody that you personally sponsors orders forever. And that's incredible, by the way. All right. And for somebody on here, I need somebody on here with a calculator ready to go. So somebody get a calculator. I may have some calculations coming up shortly. And shout out to Coach Marcus for bringing this entire new part of the pay plan to my attention because I was not aware of it. I was taking a mental health day. I wasn't plugged in. I was going through some things, which happens. I'm just being transparent. That happens in real life. Sometimes we got to just, disconnect. And because we're all human and we all go through things, some good, some bad. Coach Marcus Jones made sure that I was plugged in because I'm even plugged in as well. So people say things like, oh, well, I can, kind of just dilly dally and plug into what's going on with the team every so often. No, you need to get in, plug in and stay in. And even I'm plugged in. I come to Coach Marcus, Coach, let me know, man, I've been going through some things. Anything I missed, anything I need to get caught up on. And he was like, man, this is what we're doing. And I was like, oh my goodness. So no matter what you're going through in life, just know we all go through things, but just know to stay plugged into your plugged in support team. Stay plugged into your organization, stay plugged into leadership, and you won't get left behind. Sometimes you got to text us a couple times. Sometimes you got to call us a bunch, but guess what? We'll always get with you. But if don't ever think we're ignoring anybody, we got life to deal with just like you. Okay. No, never forget that. We're all just people, right? We're all blessed, but we're all just people. Okay. And so we got the fast start bonus, which never goes away. And that's one of the things that really takes Go to Sign Up's pay plan to a whole nother level is a fast start that never goes away. And it doesn't matter if it's an auto ship or not. So if people are doing 50 BV orders, you get 25% of that. People doing 100 BV orders, you get 25% of that. Someone at a store does $1,000 order, you get $250 worth of that every time. If someone makes $1 order, you get a quarter of that. The 25% is forever. And I've never seen another company do anything like that. The second thing is the matrix, which is phenomenal. And can someone put on here what our matrix pays out? What does a full matrix pay out at 10 BV? Can somebody just put what that is in the chat? Somebody got that graphic? Somebody got the graphic somewhere. The graphic has 20 BV, but I want to see what the matrix pays out at 10 BV. Okay, and the reason I say that is because it only takes a $20 bill. It takes $19.67 to activate the matrix and get involved. And I just want to see hypothetically what a full matrix looks like at 10 BV. So somebody's got that graphic somewhere. They'll put that number in the comments shortly. But our matrix is phenomenal. The third thing you need to understand before I bring up this new piece of the pay plan is the check match, which we talked about. The check match is 10 to 50% based on your rank of what anybody sponsors. But even without rank, even if you sponsor one person, you still get a 10% check match of their matrix. And this is why these matrix figures are going to become very important shortly. The next thing that I wanted to add about our pay plan is going to be the builder pool and the coaches pool. So if you're building a team and recruiting and your team is coaching and duplicating because you're coaching them, guess what? You get to share in the global profits of the company. Okay? You get to share in the global profits of the company on a monthly basis. And the last thing I'll share before we add the new things, well, two things, is going to be some new overrides. Okay? I'm not going to go into detail, but we have some new overrides that some of you may have seen in the pay plan this month, which is phenomenal. Okay? Coach Coach Marcus, is that at Diamond? Is that what is that 10 grand a month? Is that 12 levels or 15, coach? Let me know what the 12 levels and the 15 look like at, and I'm going to write those numbers down. 10,000 a month. Okay. All right. At the 10 BV. All right. And what is that a year, coach? So I guess about 120 some thousand a year at 10 BV. So basically we're looking at 6 figures at 10 BV, but I know that when we see 20 BV matrix, it pays almost $500,000. So coach, can you do the 15 levels at 20 BV for me? And I'm gonna write that figure down as well, because that figure I think is 471,000. I just wanna make sure I have that number exact before I start this. So let me know what 20 BV is. 15 levels at 20 BV. I got the 10. Let me know what the 20 is, and we're gonna talk about it. All right. And so the last thing is the overrides. I'm not going to go in depth, but there's some extra money that's paid out to overrides generationally that got paid out this week. There it is, coach. 471,844. All right. Now I'm going to talk about that. And for easy math, I'm just going to call it 470,000 for easy math. All right. And then the last thing we'll add is there are pools based on rank, which are every month paid out. So if you're a bronze, a silver, a gold, a platinum, or a diamond, you get some extra money. Let's take, for example, Ed. He just hit the level of diamond. So tomorrow, Ed is going to get another share of the global profits of the company. So Ed, if you're on, how many people have you sponsored this month, Ed, customers or distributors? How many people have you sponsored this month? I'm going to use you as an example if that's okay. Because I just want to catch everybody up to where we're at about how the money works. Okay, thank you, Coach Marcus. Appreciate that. Okay, so Ed sponsors 67 people this month. So let me tell you what that means. That means Ed gets 67 shares of the builder pool next month. Okay, 67 shares of the builder pool next month, which is phenomenal. But Ed is also going to get, and that's shares of the global growth of the whole company, by the way. But he's also going to receive a share of the bronze pool, the silver pool, the gold pool, the platinum, and the diamond pool, which is really, really significant. So that's wonderful for him to be able to hit all those different pieces of the pay plan. And he's only been here, I think, like 2 months or so. So that's the way that the pools work. They have pools that are attached to your building, pools that are attached to your rank advancements, and also the coaches pool. So let's say, for example, Ed sponsored Elizabeth Harper, and let's say Elizabeth Harper sponsored 67 people this month. Elizabeth Harper would get 67 shares in the builder pool next month, but Ed will get 67 shares in the coaching pool next month, which is absolutely ridiculous. So the company has so much money there for people who are building and people who are coaching. So let's say, for example, I sponsored one person this month. I didn't. It was a lot more than that. But if it was one person, okay, I think it's like 20 something this month. But let's say it was one person. I would get one share of the builder pool. But let's say that one person I sponsored was Ed Banks. It wasn't. I wish it was. But let's say that one person I sponsored was Ed Banks. Ed Banks put 67 people in business this month. So had I sponsored him, I would get 67 shares of the coaches pool. And where does the coaches pool come from? It comes from the global worldwide profit of the whole company. So the bigger the volume of the company is, the bigger the pool, the bigger the shares. So I just need you to kind of get that point dialed in. And we're going to be doing a comprehensive Go to Sign a Pay Plan video that's going to drop tomorrow night, right after the 8 p.m. Zoom. Okay, right after the 8 p.m. Central Time Zoom that we do. We're going to be dropping the new Go to Sign a Pay Plan video on a whiteboard. But for right now, I just want to catch you up in Word because you need this information I'm about to give you. So we just added a new piece of the pay plan. I don't even know what this is called, but it is very similar to what some of us have known in the industry is called a star bonus, okay? And it is going to be a cash bonus paid out, and this is what you have to, and it's going to be up to $100 per level, and it's 4 levels, and you can qualify for an infinite number of levels. Now let me break that down, okay? You know, when you build your Go to Sign a Matrix, you have 2 positions on your level 1 and 4 positions on your level 2. You know that. if by chance you were to be at 50 BV, okay, 50 BV, all right, not 20 and not 10. This is only for people who are at 50 BV. I'll tell you why in a second. And my auto ship is now 50 BV, by the way. So that came out to about $67 plus tax and shipping, which is fine. It's a tax write-off anyway. And the closer you get to the end of the year, for any of y'all who understand how money works, the closer you get to the end of the year, you do want more tax write-off. So I'm not mad about $67 in product that I receive, and then that's money that I don't have to pay the government. So that's very exciting for me, okay? So now, yes, Sharon, it can be more, but it doesn't need to be more just yet, and I'll break that down for you. But yes, it can be far more than 50 BV if you want. But here's the point. We have, and listen, this is the only company out where people are literally inquiring, saying, can I buy more product? You don't see that at a lot of companies, right? So it just tells you the value and the power of what? The products that we have, and the ones we got coming out are even more amazing than the ones we got. So just stay focused, stay locked in. All right, now here we go. If you're at 50 BV, let's say you sponsor 2 people at 50 BV just like you, or you already have people at 50 BV, and you explain to them this, or you share this video with them, and you say, hey, there's a big incentive for you to upgrade and be at 50 BV on the first of the month. When that 50 BV happens on the first of the month, remember, I already spent 50 BV. But if I sponsor 2 people, let's say it's Miss Sharon and Miss Joetta, I'm going to get 25%. So I'm going to get $12.50 2 times. So I already made $25 back of the 50 BV I spent. Okay. But now the compensation plan is going to give me an extra $20 bonus. We're going to call that the Go Design a Star bonus. And that extra $20 is now going to put me at $45 in profit. But remember, I only spent 50 BV plus tax and shipping. So if I sponsor 2 people, I'm going to make $25, but then I get a $20 bonus. All right. So that's level 1. If by chance I sponsor more people, they will go to my level 2. Or if one of the people I sponsor, let's say Miss Joetta, she sponsors, let's say 3 people, they're going to go to her level 1, but they're going to go to my level 2. When my level 2 has 4 people on it, I'm going to get a $30 bonus. Just an extra little $30 there. So if I were to sponsor 6 people, I would get $12.50 times 6. But I would also get a $20 bonus and a $30 bonus. Okay? The way that the bonuses work is you have 2, 4, 8, and 16. That's the way your matrix grows. If any of those positions are filled with $50 spots, you will be paid extra money on top of the fact that 50 BV pays you more than 10 BV. So let's look at it in perspective. I'll give you one more example, but then I want you to look at it in perspective of what's going to happen next, whether or not you and I like it. All right, just hear me out. I know it sounds a little bit confusing, but the video we drop tomorrow night will make it crystal clear because you'll have a visual with it, okay? But I need you to get you this information tonight, so if you choose to take advantage of it, you need to set your auto ship up tonight at 50 BV so that it runs tomorrow at 50 BV so that you don't leave any money on the table as you learn it. What we don't want to happen is all of these 50 BV orders for people who are plugged in are going to go tomorrow. You'll miss out on all of that income because you're not at 50 BV. And you're like, well, you should have explained it. I needed more time. I needed a video. We don't even have time to make it until tonight and post it tomorrow. And we don't want anybody to miss out. So this is all optional. But if you trust us at all, and it will not make you homeless, you should be at 50 BV on auto ship on tomorrow. Trust us, it is going to make the money, okay? So now, just understand your first level, which is 2 people, there's a $20 there bonus for you. Your second level, which has 4 people, there is now a $30 bonus for you there, on top of the money, on top of the matrix, on top of the check match, on top of the 25% fast start, all right? You don't have to sponsor all these people. Your team can or you can. It doesn't matter where they come from. Everybody's going in the same pot in your organization. That's phenomenal, by the way. On the third level, which is 8 people at 50 BV, there's a $50 bonus for you. And on the fourth level, which is 16 people, okay, there's a $100 bonus for you. Well, we are 16 people. If you add all of that up, that's $200 in bonuses. Why, yes, it is. That's an extra $200 that wasn't there before. And yes, Missy, your brain will hurt, but just know it's more money. All right. And the best way to really learn the pay plan is to earn the pay plan. Well, Will, what do I have to do to earn the pay plan? You need to be at 50 BV on AutoShip tomorrow, and you need to let anybody who you sponsored know, hey, you might have been at 10 BV or 20. You need to be at 50 BV tomorrow. And as you earn the pay plan, you will learn the pay plan because you can click into your back office and look and go, ooh, this is where the new money is. This is what it's called. This is where that money came from. So don't be confused about it. Now, if you're an industry veteran, like Ed, for example, Ed just put a bunch of dollar signs in the chat. Why? Because he knows how much money is involved in what I'm saying. Okay? This is a bonus that is going to apply whether it's AutoShip or not. But in order for you to qualify for it, okay, you need to be at 50 BV. Now, let's say, for example, I sponsored Coach Sonic Jones, and I'm at 20 BV, but he goes on at 50 BV and builds an organization of 50 BV people, which is that's something Coach Sonic would do. He would get paid. I would have enough 50 BV orders to get paid, but I would miss out on that money because I personally wasn't at 50 BV. Well, what if I sponsor somebody and I don't know if they're going to build that 50 BV or not? What if I have no idea? I don't know what to tell you, right? Better be on the safe side, okay? So one more time before we get into the nuts and bolts of it, there is a $20 bonus on level 1, a $30 bonus on level 2, a $50 bonus on level 3, and a $100 bonus on level 4, and you can earn an infinite number of those, and every 50 BV order that you put in the system counts toward the levels, all of them, and every 50 BV order that your team ever brings in also counts toward the levels, okay? So it's fantastic, all right? It's great. It's just great, okay? Now, why is this really, really relevant for us? Because this particular part of the pay plan is going to be here for at least 90 days, October, November, December, okay? Now, previously, for people who've never worked with green organics companies before they add a mega piece to a pay plan, they test it out from anywhere from 1 to 3 months. And if we like it and they like it, they keep it. Paula signs the check, and that becomes a permanent part of the pay plan. This will become a permanent part of the pay plan if we all participate and dive into it and go, okay, this is good. I don't want you to think, well, I'm going to just do 10 BV or 20. I'm going to just wait and see what happens, and I'll start building like this around Christmas. Okay? If enough of us don't participate, it won't be here long enough for it to matter. But it's phenomenal. Coach Marcus says right here in the chat, level 2, 3, and 4 50 BV orders can come from personal enrollments or reps that are on your team from levels 2, 3, and 4. It's just really phenomenal. Okay? Now, the reason this matters is because let's say, for example, you've been building your team at 10 BV, and let's say you're making $1,000, but most of your orders are 10 BV. When the orders go to 50 BV, the same work you used to do that paid you $1,000 will now pay you $5,000. Why, Will? Because the volume per position went from 10 BV to 50 BV because that behavior has been incentivized now. So if, let's say, for example, someone made $10,000 with Go to Sauna. Congratulations to them. That was probably done with 10 and 20 BV orders. Now, because you're going to see builders and builders of builders and leaders of leaders are going to be going to 50 BV tonight, okay? AutoShip runs tomorrow. When you see them at 50 BV, that's going to make their checks go from 10,000 to 50,000, or 500 times 5 to 2,500, or $20 checks are going to become $100 checks now because they're going to increase by 5 because of the volume that goes up because we're incentivizing 50 BV. The second thing that's very powerful with having a sustainably incentivized proper behavior is going to be the check match is going to go up by 5. Why, Will? Because if your volume goes from 10 BV orders to 50 BV orders, your volume increases by 5, which means your matrix increased by 500%. So $1,000 checks are now $5,000 checks when people understand the value of 50 BV. Those $1,000 checks that became $5,000 checks are going to increase the check match for all of the sponsors. Now remember that. So if you sponsor someone, let's use our previous example. And this is a great example to use, okay? Great example. Because I'm a huge fan of painting the real life vision for what these companies do. If I wasn't a network marketing millionaire with Green Organics companies, I couldn't tell you this with any degree of authority or certainty or accuracy or belief at all. I'd be guessing. This is not guesswork, okay? I've been involved with Paula Scarcella's companies, and she don't play when it comes to signing a check. The companies aren't perfect because companies are made out of people, and people are not perfect. But as far as the pay plan, it's about as good as you're ever going to see. Ask people who are industry veterans who are now with GoDasana. Ask people like Marcus Jones, Ed Banks, and others. Ask people like Melissa Brower. Just message them and say, hey, I know I may or may not be on your team. I don't know. But you've made a bunch of money in this industry. You've made 6 and 7 figures. Is this GoDasana pay plan as real as y'all saying it is? Or is that Will guy just blowing smoke? Don't take my word for it. Talk to people that have no reason to even communicate with you. Ask them. Okay? Now let's put this in real life perspective. Because of the way the matrix works and it has dynamic compression, just hear me out. The matrix at 20 BV, a full matrix for a diamond level rep, and we got more than half, we got at least half a dozen diamonds now, probably more. Coach Marcus put that stat up for us, and we said it was $470,000 for easy math. Now that's at, look, Charlotte Whitaker said, it's real. That's all she had to say, and I would have been, I'm convinced, okay? So $470,000 is a full matrix at 20 BV because that's where the incentive was. So let's look at the best case scenario. I'm a diamond. I know that the matrix here fills up because it fills up from left to right and top to bottom. We've seen it dynamically compressed. If you've seen your numbers in your matrix go down, that's because anybody who didn't order got kicked out and new people got brought in. This is a good thing, by the way. This keeps the matrix numbers clean and not inflated. Some companies will have, they claim they have 1 billion people in the company in their matrix, but they don't account for the people who quit or inactive. So the numbers are inflated and you always end up disappointed going, this is not what I thought I was getting into. Where is the money? Where are the people? Well, they left before you got there. Here's different. Because our matrix is dynamically compressed and it fills from top to bottom, left to right, we see it filling all the time, okay? So let's say, for example, as a diamond, your matrix is full. That's $470,000. Now hear me out. That's in a year. That's just what it is. Now that the pay plan is incentivized to 50 BV, okay? Now that it's incentivized to 50 BV, if we look at a perfect storm, may not be perfect, but this is what the projection is. You're going to take that 470,000 and you're going to multiply it twice. And that's going to get it to 40%. Then you got 40 BV orders, and then you're going to tack on another 10% to make it 50 BV orders. So if you look at 10% of 470,000, that's $47,000. So let's do the math. And that's for a diamond, and that's talking. We're going from 20 BV orders, which was 470,000. We're going to tell you what it looks like at 50 BV orders. This is not a big jump, by the way, because you're already paying tax and shipping. The shipping don't go up because you have more BV. The shipping is the same for a 100 BV order or a 50 BV order or a 1 BV order. The shipping is always the same. So you take 470,000, you go ahead and multiply that times 2, and that's going to end up being 940,000, and then you add $47,000 extra to that. Okay, so 940. So now it's going to be 987,000. Is that what it is, Coach Marcus? Because we more than double it. So yeah, $987,000. All right. So you went from 471,000, and that's just the matrix. That's not including fast start. That's not including overrides. That's not including rank advancement pool. That's not including builder pool. That's not including coaches pool. That's not including nothing, check match. That's not including nothing we talking about. That's not including the star bonus. That's just matrix. That's one of the 7 ways we get paid. I'm not even counting the other 6 right now. So if you're a diamond with a full matrix, you're at 987,000 when it used to be 471,000. 987,000 is good money in a year, by the way. If you add any other part of our pay plan to that, the diamond pool, the silver, the rank advancement, the star bonus, you're over $1 million. You're over $1 million now. Just get over it. You're over $1 million behind 50 BV orders. I've never seen that in network marketing. I've never even heard of anything so ridiculous. But the fact that we have it here and we have that opportunity is incredible. This is not a guarantee that you'll make that type of money. Statistically speaking, most people do not. That's just me being honest with you, right? But some people do. How do I know? Because we got at least 2 or 3 millionaires on this Facebook Live right now. We got at least 2 or 3 that I know of, not including myself, on this Facebook Live. So just understand, this is definitely doable. This ain't money that we fantasizing about. We've already made it, and now we want to make it here. We want to make it here with you, okay? So once you see the volume increases, okay, once you see the volume increases because people are incentivized to do it, your matrix goes up. But wait a minute. If a diamond makes $987,000 in the matrix, and let's say, for example, if Will sponsored Coach Marcus Jones, and Coach Marcus Jones made $987,000 in the matrix, and Will's a diamond, and he gets 50% of that, you mean to tell me Will just got $500,000 from Coach Marcus? Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I told you. Yeah, it's exactly what I said. It's exactly what it was. And Coach Marcus got his own million. He got his own matrix million. He got his own matrix $987,000. He got that. The company has a marketing budget, and they gave me $500,000 from the marketing budget. I don't get his money. That's where Go to Sound of Money come from. The marketing budget. It's huge. It's millions. It's millions and millions of dollars. But GoDasana does not pay Britney Spears or Beyonce. We're not knocking them, by the way, but it doesn't pay them $10 million a year like Pepsi does. Green Organics family companies, GoDasana, they pay us. The marketing money come to us, not celebrities. Okay? And it comes to us when we sponsor people, we retail product, and we teach people how to duplicate what we did. Okay? So that's just the matrix and the checks match is going to make some millionaires. If all we had was the matrix, the check match, and the incentive for 50 BV orders, we would all become millionaires here. You can do it. I did it. You can do it. Don't worry about it. You can do it. You can do it. Now, the craziest part is when Missy says truth. She's been in 12 years of network marketing, never seen anything even close. Me either. Never seen it. Joetta says she's never heard any company do this. She's been working from home in network marketing on and off over 15 years. Never heard anything like it. Yeah, me either. Got me. Never seen anything like it. Okay. Now, when you understand that part, you'll understand that the check match is one thing, the matrix is one thing, but the company volume goes up by 500%. Because the company volume goes from an average order of 10 BV to 50 BV, because we need to make this a culture. It needs to be a cultural shift going from 10 BV and 20 BV to 50 BV. The company volume goes through the roof. And when the company volume goes through the roof, the silver pool, the builder pool, the coach pool, the bronze pool, the platinum pool, the diamond pool, all of the pools grow by 500%. So some of y'all last month got different pools for 2 or 3 or 4. Somebody got one for $600 in the pool, stuff like that. Multiply that time 5. Imagine having your pool go from $600 to like $2,800 because the company incentivized 50 BV. Just imagine a 500% increase in your matrix, your check match, and your pool money. It's obscene. But then you also would see a 500% increase in your fast starts, because instead of people doing an average of 10 BV orders, when they're doing 50, you're not making $2.50. You're making $12.50. You just got to understand what a 500% increase across the board looks like. All right. So now I know everybody's excited about that. I'm excited about it. Now let's dial it back as we wrap this up. I got 3 minutes. Let me wrap this up. And we could have talked about other parts of the pay plan too, but just know this is the $1 million pay plan. Just know that. And the way to get in is a 50 BV order on the first of the month that you don't leave any money on the table. Okay. And when you spend that 50 BV, okay, you want to immediately get anyone who is serious about making money to be at 50 BV auto ship the first of the month as well. Some of you are debating changing your auto ship from 20 BV to 50 BV tonight so that it runs tomorrow. Some of you are debating. You're not understanding that the checks that you already received. If you do this and plug in and explain to your teams to do the same thing, your check should, I can't guarantee it, your check should go up by 20, 30, 40, 50. Some of y'all checks are going to go up by 500%. Just understand that. Some of y'all checks are going to go up because you're going to see 50 BV orders for the first time in your group, even though your order might be 10 or 20 PV. Some people that watch this, they're setting their auto ships right now. They're setting those 50 BV auto ships right now. So a young lady asked earlier, Will, can I do more than 50 BV? You can do 100 BV order if you want. One day people will do a lot of those here, but right now it will make more sense for you to do your own 50 BV order, and then you should get an order if you want some extra product. Do a drop ship order for someone in your household. Okay, so that you can be paid for shopping at your own store. A lot of companies won't let you do that. We let you do it here. And unlike some companies, we don't have to knock other companies, but we do get paid for volume here. I want to be paid if someone in my group does 1,000 BV order. I want to get paid the maximum amount. I don't want to get paid the same thing if I go get a 10 BV order and then somebody else gets 1,000 BV order. I shouldn't make the same as them. I should make less. Why? Because they generated a lot more volume. You should be paid more. So when you do 50 BV orders, guess what? You're going to get paid more because you deserve it, because you put more work in to get more products into the marketplace, okay? And so last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, what can you do? I would set my auto ship up at 50 BV tonight. Have it run tomorrow. Just have faith and believe that 50 BV this month is not going to break the bank and make you homeless, because faith without works is dead. So if we got faith that we're going to make 2, 3, 4, 500, 1,000, some of y'all are going to make $10,000 this month. I'm speaking it over your life. I already know. Some of y'all going to make 10 grand this month. Some of you will. Set the tone for you and your team tonight. And as soon as you get off this live, spread the word. You can call and tell your team, hey, 50 BV order. I'll explain to you why tomorrow. I got more phone calls to make. Set your auto ship up right now. Hang up. Call another person. Or if you don't want to talk, you can just tag them in this video and hope and wish and pray that they see the value the way that you see the value. Now, here's what's going to happen. I'll close with this. Let's say you got 100% of your team. And I'm going to just give you the real hard network marketing truth right now. Everyone on here that's on this Facebook Live, you are a leader or a leader in training. Therefore, you're going to be at 50 BV. I already know that. And your core will be. But you are only 3% of this organization. Top tier leaders, the Missy McAdams, Belinda Ann Smith, Coach Stu, Coach Marcus. Okay? Just know this. Coach Ed, Coach Sonic, Joetta. Listen, y'all are exceptional, but you are only, Coach Callie Noble, you're only 3% of the network marketing industry. People like yourself that are committed, that keep it positive, that keep it profitable, that do what it takes to do to make the money and make the money, and are in the industry 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, you're only 3% of the industry. You're going to win. Just accept that. But you're only 3% of the industry. You're only 3% of this team. 70% of this team, I'm just telling you, are people who are just passing through. They're going to enjoy the product. They may stay as customers, but I'm telling you, 70% of our organization, just like every network marketing company, 70% of them are going to fail to ever make the real income. I'm telling you right now, that's the facts. Insurance company statistics tell us that 70% of people die broke. 70% of your network marketing organization is going to die broke. They may have a great life because of the product. They may make a little bit of money here or there, but they're never going to demonstrate the all-out massive action and commitment within the time frame it takes to be successful. I'm giving you the real numbers. Nobody be giving people the real truth. I'm giving it to you right now. Everybody on here is a 3%er because you're plugged into what we're doing. And if you stick around and don't quit and continue to do what you're doing, you're going to win big, big, big. I know that because I've been through where you are. That's 3%. 70% of people, listen, they're not on this Facebook Live. They're never going to see it. They're never going to see it. They don't plug it, never going to see it. They're going to lose in the game of big MLM money. They're not going to win it. They're never going to win it. They're not designed to win it. Insurance company statistics tell us they're not going to win it. It's okay. The best thing you can do for them is get them some personal development books, teach them some stuff, help them do personal development, help them get healthy, get them some products, but they're never going to really do what it takes to make the big money. They're going to give you excuses. They're going to give you negativity. They're going to whine about literally every single thing. Oh my God, the pay plan only paid out $999. You told me it should have been $1,000. Oh my God, that's them. They're going to whine. They're never going to win. Get over it. Lucky for you, you're not in that group, but trust me, that group is here and they're most people. I'll tell them to their face, you're probably a 70%er. It's no disrespect. I love you. You're a child of God. I appreciate you. I'm glad you're a customer here. Hopefully you enjoy the products, but you're a 70%er. I can tell because your attitude is always negative. You're not plugged into events, Zoom calls. You're not at the right auto ship. You're haphazard, right? You don't plug your team into nothing. Most people are 70%ers. So you got 70%ers and then you got y'all rock stars, which are 3%ers. Okay. That's y'all. You got 27% of your team left. The 27% of your team left, that's who you got to focus on. So if 10 people are on your team, 7 of them, they out of here. They're going to go to another company or just flat out quit. It doesn't matter. It's okay. Love them, pray for them, keep it moving. Let them be happy. You got 3% of people on your team. One going to be a winner and the other 2 is at 27%ers. Okay. Those 2 people are the people you need to call tonight and say, look, out of my top 10 people, I know ain't none of y'all doing something special, but y'all too, y'all are 27%ers. Y'all need to make a decision about whether or not you're going to come up to the 3% or drop down to the 70. 27% of your organization is up for grabs at all times. They're either going to go to the top or they're going to drop to the bottom. Just like in America right now, the way the government is destroying the middle class, there's not going to be a middle class for y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. The way our government is running the country right now, I'm just letting you know, in a very short few years, there will be no middle class. You will be poor or you will be rich. I'm sorry, but that's what the government's doing to the country right now. And I'm sorry if you don't understand that. I'm sorry if you don't like it. I'm sorry if it hurts your feeling, but it's my job to tell you the truth. It's my job to pull you to the side, throw some water on your face, hope you wake up, shake some sense into you and let you know that the economy is not going to be what it was. It's not bad. More millionaires are made every day. And that comes from people who are saying, yo, the middle class is going away. They're killing us. I used to be middle class. I need to do some things to get my money up. I'm telling you, this is, and I'm giving you the advance notice. You're hearing about this a year or 2 early. So just know this is a way for you to do it and do it now. Take those 2 people under your wing, your 250B, your 10 BV people, your 20 BV people, and you say, hey, you're 27%ers, you're winners. We need to go together. We need to take it to the top together. We need to get those auto ships up to 50 BV, and we help some other people do the same thing. We're going to have a detailed pay plan video for you tomorrow night. We're going to drop it right after the Zoom that we do tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central, tomorrow night. But hopefully the money that we talked about today excited you as much as it excited me. And the last thing I'll tell you is get your auto ship set up for 50 BV. Tag as many people as you can in this video tonight. Tag as many people in this as you can. Get them on the phone, text them. You don't want them calling you the next day, tomorrow, saying, dang, if I would have known, I had 10 people in my group that did 50 BV, but I didn't because I didn't know and I missed out on my $200 worth of bonuses, okay? You don't want to miss out on nothing. So let's drive it up. Let's make it the best weekend ever, okay? Get it done, Eric. Look, get it done, Eric. Get it done. And that's the value of what we're doing. So again, shout out to Coach Sonic, just hitting platinum. Shout out to Ed Banks, went ahead and crushed it with diamond. And we're going to keep the party going. Shout out to everybody on here, your 3%ers. But it's your job tonight to get with your organization. I don't care if they're watching football or not. Get them on the phone. If you got 1 or 2 builders or 200, you better get on the phone right now and say, hey, I'm just trying to see who out of the 27% of people I'm calling wants to go up into the elite levels, wants to take it to the next level, because the homework assignment today, it starts today. 50 BV auto ship on the 1st of the month. That's tomorrow. That's step 1. Okay, step 2, be on that Zoom tomorrow night where we lay out the blueprint of step by step how to make sure that we activate the culture of 50 BV across your organization. We have a very simple, very fun, very duplicatable 4-step rollout that we'll be showing you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock p.m. Central. Be on that Zoom. Okay? And that's the only step 2 you got to worry about. Step 1, set your auto ship up tonight, 50 BV. Make sure it runs tomorrow. And then step 2, I will see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Zoom. And myself and the other leaders are going to lay out the 4-step rollout for you to properly introduce 50 CV culture to your organization. And that's going to increase your money by 500%. All right. Love you. God bless you. Got to run. Y'all have a good evening. And we'll catch y'all on the next one.